Are you looking for the best motorcycle tents? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best tents on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Nemo Dragonfly Osmo 2P Bikepack. While bikepacking tents are technically designed for use on pedal-powered adventures, their unique attributes made them a perfect candidate for motorcycle camping. The main appeal for us here are the shortened poles these tents employ, which allow the Nemo Dragonfly Bikepack to pack down to an impressively short 14.5-inch length that's all but guaranteed to slide easily into even the smallest soft saddlebags out there. While those shorter poles are a boon for motorcycling, they aren't the only bikepack-specific feature we love for motorcycle use. We're also big fans of the Dragonfly's compact and waterproof stuff sack, which is built extra tough because it's designed to be lashed to the frame of a bicycle and exposed to the elements 24/7. The other major highlight of the Dragonfly Bikepack for us is its outstanding storage, which includes 2 sizable vestibules sporting 10 square feet of covered space each for stashing wet boots or muddy gear out of the elements. Aside from that, the most important thing is that all the bedrock shelter essentials are all here, including a high-quality aluminum frame that's great at shedding wind, as well as Nemo's proven Osmo fabric rainfly, which has served us well in the past during all-night downpours. At number 2. Mountainsmith Morrison Evo 2. While the Mountainsmith Morrison Evo 2 isn't advertised as a backpacking tent unlike our other favorite picks, our editors quickly singled in on one important detail of this shelter: its pole segments break down into ultra-packable 17-inch sections, making the Morrison just as well suited for motorcycle luggage as many tents double its asking price. Speaking of which, there's no denying that the Morrison's price is a major appeal for us, as this freestanding tent retails for under $250 despite its outstanding packability. This is likely due to the fact that the Morrison weighs significantly more than our average ultralight tent at a hefty 6.5 pounds, but that won't be an issue unless you actually plan on using it on your bicycle as well. We'll also note that this weight can be shaved down considerably by removing the included tent floor and adding some ultralight stakes, but chances are you'll never notice the difference while riding. The other major perk we love with the Mountainsmith is that it's more of a traditional dome camping tent than a backpacking tent, which means you get extra large dimensions compared to a dedicated bikepacking model. A full 36 square feet of floor space marks a notable upgrade to the tapered designs of ultralight alternatives, and a 45-inch peak height also outclasses just about everything in the segment. Apart from the aforementioned weight, the main shortcoming we found with the Mountainsmith Morrison Evo 2 is that its generous vestibules don't tension out quite as well as we'd like. This leaves them a bit flappy in heavier wind and a little droopy in heavier rain, which isn't a deal breaker but would definitely benefit from one additional guy line on each door. All things considered, you're still getting the ideal set of features and pack dimensions you'd normally have to spend 2 to 3 times as much for, so this tent is an outstanding option for riders on a budget. At number 3. Kammok Mantis Hammock Tent. There are plenty of reasons to consider a hammock tent for motorcycle camping rather than a traditional backpacking or camping shelter. They weigh less, take up less space in your luggage, and provide a uniquely free and easy sleeping experience unlike anything else we've experienced. The Kammok Mantis is our favorite hammock for motorcycle use, and there are a few good reasons for that. The first is that the Mantis is among the toughest options out there, sporting a best-in-class weight capacity of 500 pounds as well as an extra durable 40D diamond nylon ripstop body. The Mantis is also one of the more spacious hammock tent options out there, and is plenty long enough for sleepers up to 7 feet tall. We also love that although the Kammok Mantis costs about as much as a budget camping or backpacking tent, it's arguably the most packable option in our list, measuring in at just 10 inches by 6 inches, and yes, that includes straps, stakes, fly, etc., and weighing just under 3 pounds. Aside from a sleeping bag and pad, or underquilt, if that's your jam, everything you need to dive into hammock camping is included for well under $300, and it's all small enough to fit any bike from the humble Grom to the globetrotting BMW GSA. All things considered, we believe a hammock camping setup is one of the smartest options out there for motorcycle campers, but the main issue here is simply that hammock camping isn't everyone's cup of tea. Some folks find the setup process a little too involved, while others just don't like the sensation of sleeping up off the ground. We'll also note that because trees are required to use this setup effectively, there are some places, desert trips especially, that may not be a good match for a hammock system. At number 4. Big Agnes Copper Spur HV-UL3 Bikepack Tent. If you're looking to take full advantage of your available saddlebag space for as much sleeping area as possible, the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL3 Bikepack is our tent of choice for discerning motorcyclists. We love the Copper Spur because it sports a plus-sized floor plan without sacrificing packability, delivering best-in-class livability for riders who want to stretch out at the end of the day. We like to think of the UL3 as the ideal motorcycle camping tent for anyone riding with a passenger. It's no secret that ultralight two-person tents can be a squeeze for two sleepers when push comes to shove, but the UL3's sizable 70-inch of shoulder space leaves plenty of room for two to relax on larger sleeping pads. Our other favorite feature of the UL3 is that it retains the dual convertible awnings of its backpacking cousin, which adds serious livability around camp on extra hot days or in a light drizzle. Apart from that, the main draw for us are the typical list of bikepacking specific features, which in this case include shorter 12-inch pole segments for easy packability, ample interior storage and organization for stashing gear or drying out socks, and a tough-as-nails stuffed sack that'll protect your investment from abrasion while you ride. As far as drawbacks go, the largest and most obvious is the Copper Spur's asking price, as the HVUL models are already expensive before having the bikepacking premium added on. Our other major complaint is that although the UL3 offers more interior space than the popular UL1 or UL2 versions, it doesn't offer any additional vestibule storage area.